Hi everybody and welcome back. I was inspired by Ben Mayo. He's got Art Less Ordinary. Now, please do check him out. He's got awesome videos and work of art. Lately he has been showing some flip cups with like basically one dominant colour, like monochrome, if I can put it that way. And they came out absolutely lovely, and I thought I will try to do the same. So I may do some sort of series, just to try different tone and colours that I like to work with. But to start with, I'm going to do some purples. So let me just show you my colours to start with. So I have some titanium white. Okay, standard, that's my Montmartre big bottle, sorry, and that is an opaque. I mixed it 1-to-1 with my pouring medium, so it's nice and thick. That is the consistency that you need for flip cups. It needs to be fairly thick, thicker than for straight pours or other pouring styles. So 1-to-1 my pouring medium. My pouring medium is PVA glue and water, 70% glue, 30% water. So for my purples, this one is a lovely dark and rich purple from Montmartre. So let me just show you the bottle. So it's actually the simply called purple, and it is a semi-transparent. You can see there because it's got the half-filled circle there. My next colour is a lighter purple, a lilac. Well, not quite a lilac, but basically a light purple. So same consistency, nice and thick. That's what you are looking for. And this one is light purple, and it is an opaque. It's a full circle there by Montmartre. And my last colour is actually kind of a medium in between the twos. So that one is, so you'll see the consistency, nice and thick, lovely ribbons, you know, mount on the mount. And that's a Pebeo colour. It's a transparent, okay, and it's called Oriental Violet, number 21. So I actually, to make sure that I get some sales, I like to alternate my opaques and transparent or semi-transparent, because that way, once you add the oil, the weight of the paint will differ. Some paints will come to the surface, and that will create the lovely rings around yourself, so the multicolored rings. So obviously the white is an opaque, this one is a semi-transparent, that's an opaque, and that is a semi-transparent, and it kind of work even better with having light, dark, light, dark. So what I need to do now is add some silicone. So it's just treadmill silicone. I know the bottle is absolutely covered in paint, but I just got it on Amazon. I was just looking for treadmill silicone, that came up. It was very good value, so I didn't search for any big brand or anything, and it works absolutely lovely. So 4 drops in each cup, apart from the white. That is plenty. So I just need to stir it in. So let me just, my cups are quite full. They're about the 200 milliliters cups, or 200 grams. So I put 100 grams of paint, 100 grams of pouring medium. So they're really full to the brim. So I just got to be careful. Okay, so that's stirred in. There's one stirred. There's the other one. Let's make sure that you want to stir it fairly thoroughly, just to make sure that you don't get one big blob of silicone somewhere on your painting, because obviously it's going to be kind of oily right to the surface, and basically not do anything for you, you know, it won't be perfect. So stir it well, make sure you go for it. There we go. And that is it. So I've already, as I said, I've already positioned my colours where I want to layer them. I will layer all my cups in the same manner. So I've got a 30 by 40 centimeters canvas today. So I will need about 700-800 grams of paint to make sure that I get good results. So 200 times 4, you know, that's 800, that is plenty. So I'm going to use 3 cups, okay? I'm going to do flip and drag, so I will need 2 cups, will not be enough to cover the canvas. So without much further ado, let's layer these lovely cups. So I will just bring the colours next to me to avoid any accidents. I hope you can still see, but it'd be much easier for me. Here we go. Right, so let's do this. So quite a bit of white at the bottom. Okay, because I always end up having more paint in one coat than the other, I tend now to do start on the left, next one from the right, then starting the left again, and hopefully kind of level it out in terms of weight and quantity. But just let them in the same order. You do not have to, it's just I'm being lazy. It's much easier to go from one cup to the other, but you can layer them in different ways. You know, there are no rules. That's a great thing about this art. You know, there's no really strict rules apart from consistency to make sure that you get the effect that you want. But in terms of colours, oh, let's start on this end, you know, to what you want. And you will see that even by layering the cups in exactly the same order with the same colours, you will get different results for each cup. So that's the beauty of it all. So that is my second layer. So it's likely I'm going to have 3 layers to make sure that I've got enough mixed paint to cover the whole canvas. They are quite close, these 2 colours, that light purple / lilac and that Pebeo Oriental Violet. But because one is opaque and the other one is semi-transparent, I do hope that silicone will rise to the surface, bringing with it the paint, and I'm going to get lovely rings and be able to see the difference between the colours. Whatever happens, they are lovely colours. So we are getting there. Okay, there's a light purple. Okay. A bit more there. No, I might end up having 4 layers. I'm not sure. Let's try. No. Let's finish this one. And it's nice to have loads of layers, but you don't want them too thin. You do want some sort of thickness to your layers. Okay, so that one is done. So that was the violet. Let me put a bit of white there. That's it. Let's finish that one as well. And I don't think I'm going to have enough from the light purple, like the lilac-y colour, to do layers everywhere, but I think I will do with the dark one, my opaque. Right, let's try this. Yes, I will have enough. That's it. So there will be plenty of paint. So you do need more paint for flip cups than you do for other types of pours. So depending on the technique you're using, you need more or less paint, but flip cups I find are the most demanding in terms of quantity of paint being used. But you do need that. You will not get sales if only just pour a scrape of paint on your canvas. So I haven't got enough to do to use more of that colour on all 3 cups, so I will use it for something else later. So yeah, you do need that amount. I know it feels like a waste sometimes, but that's the only way you're going to get good results, so it's not a waste after all. So let's flip these lovely cups. Look at all these purples. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely gorgeous. Look, we're just going to wait for the paint to fall down to the bottom. I did not put any oils at the bottom of my cups. Sometimes I do, but if I do, I will not put silicone inside my paint, or you know, in my mixed paints. I think it's too much otherwise. And the sprays, for some reason, my spray make the paints, or give the paint kind of a lacy effect, which I'm only happy to get if I really want it. You know, I'm looking for it. But that's not the idea with the flip cup there. I've got my torch ready. Okay, let's just see. It's getting hollow. I may just move these out of the way for a minute. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, definitely hollow. So, so I will cover my corners and my edges, and this is it. I will not use the paint that is right at the bottom of the cup for anything else. Otherwise it's going to get all stripy, so I'll get that out of the way. And the middle one. Okay, that was good speed. So I'm just going to put that there, and I will use it for, oh, actually while I'm here, use it for the edges. Okay, might as well. And that corner, I mean, there's quite a bit more paint than plan left in that cup. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And the last one. That's it. So this corner and the edge. So putting the paint on the edges will just help the paints that you've just poured from the cup roll over and just flow nicely. So it doesn't matter if it's all stripy, like you can see now. It's basically a tool that you can use to make your paint flow over the sides. But that's why you can see how stripy they are. So you really don't want to try to use the leftovers to fill some maybe holes that you can get, like this one, because you'll end up with all these stripes in the middle of your painting. So if you have if you are after cells, nice round things, maybe you don't want lines and stripes in the middle. So, but if you do, if that's what you want, go for it, because that's what you'll get. So I've covered a lot of the canvas so far, so that's good. I'm not going to torch yet. I'm going to move the paint around, try to cover the blank spaces there, and then I will torch. So gloves up, there we go, ready. So I'm going to take it on the boat, as I always say, left and right. Let's go on the sea, pretend you're on the boat, and move it gently left to right, left to right. And let's see if we can go over that corner and push some of the paint, the stripy one there. So let me just bring it back roughly in the middle, and then go back on the journey, left and right on the boat. And hopefully the stripies that you've got in the corner, they will get covered and pushed off from the canvas. So that's it, the weight is roughly in the middle, so that's covered the majority of the canvas, so that's good. So now I will be torching. I've still got quite a significant amount of paint on the canvas. So it'll be good because it will help me to decide on my composition, depending on how the paint reacts to the torch and where I get my cells and what I want to stretch and make bigger. But so far so good. I've got a lot of smaller cells that actually got all 4 colours in there, so not bad. The consistency must have been fairly right. So let's torch this. So nice and high. You don't want to get anywhere close enough to blow bubbles. Bubbles, you'll deal with them later with a toothpick or a skewer, and you'll burst them that way. For now, I just want to introduce a little bit of heat so that the silicone comes to the surface and brings with itself, my semi-transparent colours, so I can get lovely rings on the cells. So I'm just taking my time. I'm going round. I'm not going too close at all, as you can see. But cells start to pop up, and you will make them bigger but moving your paint around. You will not make them bigger by bringing the heat close to them. Okay, that's something you learn very quickly when you try, when you basically are big enough and you think, oh, you know, I'm sure it will make them go bigger if I put the heat there. No, it won't. You will burn your paint and you will not get nice cells. So it's all about patience and do one thing at a time in order. Okay. Right, so quite a few. I know you might not be able to see them on the screen, but I've got loads of smaller cells popping up around here, all around here. So I'm just going to leave them just a minute to see what happens where, and then I will be able to move my paint around and decide on my composition. So let me just put paint on over that corner while I'm waiting for the cells to grow a little bit. Make sure it's covered. I'm sure it'll be covered again later by more paint, but while we're waiting, we might as well. Okay, so that is covered. Okay, now I've got my fingers there. You can see now. So that's all popping up and growing. So do I want to torch again and try to get more cells made, because I've got there, I know you do want some negative space, but I do like to have quite a few cells around, so it's now or never, because if I move my paint now, if I torch again, the original cells will be yay big and the new cells will be tiny like these. So it depends if you want kind of a homogeneous look and have all your cells roughly the same size, or if you want to have really big ones, small ones, you know, that's personal taste. But on this occasion, I would like to have the majority of my cells to be, you know, the same size. So I will torch again and try to bring a few more cells similar to these up to the surface. So I think I'm going to concentrate on that area, because these will grow. These are growing already. I've got these there. So if I just have some sort of band there, that will keep some negative space, but also bring some cells to the surface. So let's do this again. Nice and high. I don't want to get any closer. And keep moving. Can you see all of these now popping up? So I'm not going to go over that area again. Oh, I was a bit close. There we go. I was too close. Look what happened. I've got some little cluster going on, but never mind. It's all pretty. Can you see everything popping up now? Keep moving. So I think I'm going to stop now because I will end up overheating my paint and burning it, so there's absolutely no point to it. So now I've got quite a few areas of interest, then I can now move my paint around and decide what I want to keep, etc. So let's do this. So I will first of all, I need to get rid of this corner. So let me just lift this, feel the weight of the paint, it's bang in the middle, so that's good. And I'm going to gently take it left to right, and by moving the paint on the canvas that way to reach the edges, you will notice that actually it is stretching the cells there, making them bigger. So that's how you make your cells larger. It is not by applying more heat, okay? Very, very important. Let me just turn this round so actually I can pull over the other end so you can see, because otherwise you might not see towards me. So I need to continue. I'm losing my grip. Oops. Oh, that was close. Hold on. I do have loads of paint underneath, and oh, that could have been a big issue. Let me just bring it back so I can control it. Okay, so that's fine. So as I was saying, let me just go over that corner. Let me just stretch it, not too much, bring it back. Okay, let me just turn it around so you can see. So you see all the very, very small cells that were at the top. By moving the paint and stretching the paint over the canvas, look how much they've grown. You know, they're like 20 times the initial size. So that's how you get cells, by moving your paint around. And this is why you need a lot of paint on your canvas. If you only have a slither of paint all over, you cannot do this, and you will never ever get large, well-defined cells. I feel like I'm telling you off now, I'm sorry, but that's, I really feel strongly about this because it's from experience. I've had many disasters. I know I have tried to do a lot of things, and that is actually the only way to do it properly. I have never gotten the same results with other techniques, quantities, whatever you want to call, that's how it's done. Okay, so I can see something in my paint, but it's not disturbing, so I will pick it up in a minute. So I'm just trying to straighten some of the lines. Let me just scoop this from the bottom because my gloves are sliding, as you saw earlier on. So there we go, let's just slide off the, let me just wipe my hands again. So I don't want to drop the canvas now. And good job it's still at a initial stage. So let me just get my tweezers because there is something there, and if I do not pick it up now, I will forget about it. And when it dries, I will regret it because there'll be a big blob there. So what is this? That's it. A bit of unmixed paint, I guess. Right, so let me just straighten everything. Yeah, we're happy with that. I'm going to stretch. So don't fiddle with it too much neither, because what happens, obviously some of the defined cells, that if you carry on stretching, they will, lose their shape. So you see how oblong these ones are becoming because I kind of overstretched this end, and these ones a little bit, but I would like to keep these as they are, and these in the middle are lovely. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to wipe my hands again because I'm covered in lovely purple. I will torch again and I will see if anything else wants to pop up, but I think it's a fairly well balanced composition. You do have lovely multicolored ring cells, you have some negative space, there is some interest all around, you know, your eye can wander around. So quick torch, well, not quick. So I'm just avoiding the area on the top because I've already got quite a few cells. I don't want to bring more silicone up. Just in case any other residuals want to come up to the surface. Okay. Well, there we go. So, what do you think? Let me just scoop the end of these because I did it with my finger, but that's not very. So always make sure that you scoop just there on the edges, because basically you don't want this paint to pull down the paint that is on the surface and basically bring everything down. So that is not the idea. So always get rid of that paint. Very nice. Right, let me bring you in. Just remove my gloves. Let me bring you in and show you what it looks like. Okay, so look at these cells. Lovely multicolored rings all around the cells. So that's a couple of stretch ones in that corner over there, and these are stretched a little bit as well, but not the end of the world considering, you know. And these are the multitude of cells. So you do have the white, you have the dark purple, the mid purple, violet. These are interesting because you've got the dark purple as the center, then you've got the lilac, then that violet, then some white. So not all your cells will be kind of in the same order, if I can put it that way, but at least on this one I'll get different colors, and these will grow in the next few minutes, so they're not going to become huge at all, but they will pop up and grow a little bit. But I think overall, yeah, it worked okay. So I think my next choice of color is going to be blues. So I'm going to try to get a flip cup and some cells with some blue. So watch this space. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye for now.